my story is more about being broken. And so what I do now is try and follow my mission of creating awareness and education around mental health and wellbeing, particularly in rural communities, because that's where I come from, and I know the effect that mental illness and suicide has in our community. The second part of my mission is about inspiring conversations, because it's really important to have these conversations, these tough conversations, especially when you're facing challenges. And thirdly, it's to empower people to seek help in a safe environment that's free from stigma. Or if I share my story, hopefully that empowers other people to share their story and show some vulnerability, because there's real strength in vulnerability, and sharing your story is that first step in recovery. Like, you can't, if you bottle it up too much, it just starts to fester and starts to eat you away. And we need to lean on the people around us, our support network and the professional support that's around us to be able to take those steps forward in recovery and try and get back onto a level playing field, so we can move forward and not just be so stuck in where we're at. Look, there's plenty of tools out there, and one of the most important tools is your support network. The people that are close to you, that you select that are in that. Then they can be a diverse network of friends, family, work colleagues, professional service providers that are there to support you when you're facing challenges of any description, mental health or business or financial or relationship issues, that you can lean on and go to for support. There's plenty of places out there that we can lean on, get support, particularly after facing a challenge like a flood. Working through that paperwork can be completely daunting, because generally in that recovery space, you're emotionally, physically, and probably financially exhausted. And to sit down and work through paperwork to apply for a grant or funding can be a very daunting task. In a farming community, the farmers drive that community, and that ripple effect, if they're struggling, the whole community's struggling. And so once the farmers start struggling, the community needs support as well. So everyone can reach out for that support. Rural Financial Counselling Service, small business and agriculture, they're there to support everyone in the rural communities, and the same as any of those mental health support networks around are there to support everybody. Look, mental health or mental illness can be very isolating. So if you don't show that vulnerable side and reach out and seek some help, it's going to eat you up, and then you'll start to isolate yourself. It's one of the things that happens, and all of a sudden you start isolating yourself. And I believe strongly that isolation is one of the biggest killers in our community, and we need to all rally together, particularly after a disaster like a flood. My three key messages that I leave people with are, communication is key. We need to stay connected to our community, and we need to seek help. Like, it's not you're not too tough to speak up and stick your hand up.